One of the push factors for the debt is the strength of the value of the local currency. Our debt continued to multiply because the cedi continued to grow weaker. And so you needed more cedis. Because our public debt is stated in cedis, the weaker the cedi becomes against the foreign currencies, the higher it pushes up your debt. Fortunately, some measures we put in place have recently begun to show results, and the cedi has been strengthening. And so we've reduced our total debt over the last 5 months by almost 150 billion cedis, which is very significant.
John Mahama Ghana has secured a major boost for our agricultural transformation. I met with Doga Makura, CEO and founder of Degas Limited, who announced an 100 million investment over the next 4 years to help establish Ghana as Africa's first Ghana as Africa's first AI-powered agriculture hub. John Dramani Mahama, JDM, John Ababio, John Kwame Nkrumah, Ampa, or see vision clear or reset Ghana back to Batam, back to the era, the days of Kwame Nkrumah. Wa Canada said the 24-hour economy no, said the industrialization of Kwame Nkrumah, the same thing. Anybody so Ghana, but this time around a bit modern and advanced. John Dramani Mahama Lasunam Japan and Singapore, the Asia continent, or the super businessmen and investors na asemde aba. Odia sempa na bo. Odia sempa na bo. Now where they get 24-hour economy, $100 million. And John Dramani Mahama so far was secure our Ghana ebe into agriculture AI. So you must show any anunkwa John Dramani Mahama esa pechi etre investors are na ebi free Qatar, Saudi Arabia, ebi free Iran, Iraq, ebi free India, ebi free China, and ebi free Singapore, Japan, Malaysia. Omina no mutimu na mutie John Mahama na oto ne boase awurade Nyankopon. O papa ni a o pe communication pa ni na maami bi tie ni so John Mahama ni mo te say wa fall in love me say hey maami lodi na bet house no we bubu ati. John Mahama to ne boase tire mu tire bi enti ane Ghana economy e booming na e so fast and so secure. Say o ye investor with me be invest na de o ka je o mo say ene ye cedi no I appreciate it. Now, over Ghana, the same thing, and Bank of Ghana governor Johnson Asiama also can occupy market in here. A very popular power Ghana ha. Much I said to tell me a reflection of what John Mahama is saying in Japan. Now, John Mahama we no say share. The first time say mo invest in just say be yan kwa a win-win. Mo ba be invest, mo be nyabi, ni nyabi. Enye de mo pe na mo de be ma ye yentwe lie the days of that imperialism and colonialism no is past, dead and gone. It is but now we invest and kwa dia kai say every single law is operating with as a businessman and no we come at the same time making sure say unya wadin so be bua for Ghana for so your taxi we be invade we be try your workers kan ketenkete sa akoko ketenkete zika no fa my workers. And I'm say hallelujah. Ominka praise the Lord. What naked truth our Oldboga trends. Subscribe, like, na share mo unia esu enje bi hwe. We are for comment to comment section na say John Mahama say a win-win. Black will say no competition. It is that John Dramani Mahama and our Japan no go so all pitching the ideas. Ediama investors are more Japan, Singapore, and the entire Asia continent. And you know about the Arab for Qatar, for Iraq, Iran. Omuti Timur say, Omasho Montadi, kama. Now when John Mahama say the entire one reason dear Masha say me advocate. Number ba make a check say mumra number invest to Ghana no one thing. Ghana proud to say yeah baby taking over as a new government no na Ghana you see the depreciation na channel and Ghana your debt in now you're recording in cities. And to the very moment I buy in the last 5 months Ghana buy your boy home modern ama you see the appreciate internet baby you Ghana your debt no decreasing by 150 billion Ghana cedis. Where ama the debt sustainability esenka yenya by 2028, which is supposed to be 50 to 58%. Just this year and the year 2025 year Ghana ebereche. Momo Musama Kessler to force in the finance minister. We are Montois, Momo Musam, Emma, the Bank of Ghana, Johnson, Asiama, Namon be ma, the Kessepa, Emma, John Ababu, John Dramani, Mahama, Moya, you do all. Abba Papa, Papa, sir, the not target or no, the finance minister, including the Bank of Ghana, governor, Omo planning and said by 2028, not Ghana. Your debt sustainability now get say grew by 50 to 58% in 2028, 4 years plan. But per say omo cost by limiting the number of ministers as some offer to 60. Omo a cost as almost spending on government appointees. Omo making sure say sika na be spending the judiciously intino. And then sa 2028 achievement no ya achieve no by 2025 and then ya achieve. It is how you invest and not person Ghana kai. See emwede pa.
One of the push factors for the debt is the strength of the value of the local currency. Our debt continued to multiply because the cedi continued to grow weaker, and so you needed more cedis. Because our public debt is stated in cedis, the weaker the cedi becomes against the foreign currencies, the higher it pushes up your debt. Fortunately, some measures we put in place have recently begun to show results, and the cedi has been strengthening. And so we've reduced our total debt over the last 5 months by almost 150 billion cedis, which is very significant. And so if that trajectory continues, the target of reaching 55 to 58% debt sustainability by 2028 will be reached by the end of this year. And that means that it gives us fiscal space to begin to invest in the most productive sectors of the economy. But like I said, we need to look inward, boost domestic revenue, cut wasteful government expenditure, fight corruption, and introduce better accountability in governance. And that is what the focus of my administration is.
Now, sir, only said John Dramani Mahama says he appreciate it in the affecting the conditions of businessmen now. Locally, Bank of Ghana, Eddie Abetri and say, hey, traders are more mata markets. Or much as here, or moteti or money boss, so they be very flatty. The city gains now, yenyano. One already, and says several places, several marketplaces, our Ghana. Among 14 Moso and Wasu in Tosu, so Geneso. Among 40 spare parts in the motor war, and a minimum and 222 million. And then South Motor Chronano and a friend say the 22,000 in there, and I'm 17,000 and then 14,000. And now go pay more mata marketa. Almost as I said to money, I must say, I've asked the year in the Pabone for Manchester Ghana for deserve it. Now, you come back to Japan. You confirm me said the John Dramani Mahama businessmen, investors, Amoba, and Pa Omedi. John Dramani Mahama we no case or the two Asia for him say more mobile Japan here about back. Some back to Africa, Ghana precise. Abe business no. Oh yeah, an additional grant bia. Or the be sa bridge na e wo Volta Lake no, sa Volivo. Bridge na e wo Volta Lake no. Enya mo di music ba be shem. Wo be hia say akwantempo no bibia be kama. And mo be say nyuma no, mo kai say tax exemption. E ho nti bibia be fine. Bibia e be fine. Say mo di say sika ba na say di be yes anyima ya. Wa oba na odi sika na ba in the country kro no. Oba mo businessmen no. Yes we the package kama. E de mo nti we no. Odi bima hands go, hands come.
And let me begin by thanking you for your warm hospitality since we arrived here in Yokohama. I think everything has been very well. I still have several of my colleagues who I worked with, and I'm looking forward to see them on Friday before I leave. I'll have a reunion with them. Yeah. When I was president the first time, I attended the TICAD of 2013 here in Yokohama, and then again in 2016 when it was held in Nairobi. And so it gives me an opportunity to continue the discussion on the relations between Ghana and Japan. As you rightly said, Ghana has a strong relation with Japan through several factors. The first being the fact that Dr. Noguchi arrived in Ghana 100 years ago. Aside from that, 2027 will also be 50 years since the first JOCB volunteers came to Ghana. So we're going to celebrate 50 years of JOCB in Ghana. And in addition, we're going to celebrate 70 years of diplomatic relations between Ghana and Japan. So we have a triple celebration, and so we're looking forward to it. We've had excellent diplomatic relations. And
now, John Dramani Mama Rieno say very important note. The first say all the grants. The first say all picture Mama who say Ghana City appreciating to your business exporting, you get your money back. You are going to get a good amount of money and as a profit, you know. And no interest more as a businessman, you can just walk into Ghana and do whatever you want. No, David. Sad days in his past gone, it's done. This time around in 2025, under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, administration and the NDC. So we a businessman, not what you say so baby invest Ghana and Kwandia. One thing you are supposed to know, and they say, a win-win. Obama will invest our Ghana. Yay, gateway to all Africa. And the amount was 1.4 billion population. And the now between fires with the invest, get your returns. Let Ghana also get the returns. Cheeky now.
We're holding TICAD 9 against the backdrop of a rapidly changing world trade order. Multilateralism is on the retreat, and countries are increasingly acting unilaterally in their relationship with the rest of the world. The world's largest economy that should be the driver of global trade and investment has become more insular and transactional in its outlook. The recent round of tariffs and retaliatory tariffs have spooked world trade and the global economy. The full effects of these trade wars will have ripple effects on global growth and prosperity for years to come. We must form a coalition of the willing to create alternative markets for sustainable global growth. Africa is open for business and is the next frontier for trade and investment, with a population of 1.4 billion people and a fast-growing middle class. Africa has the potential, with the African Continental Free Trade Area, to become a significant player in the global economy. While partnerships such as what we are forging here in TICAD 9 are important, a lot of responsibility rests on the shoulders of African leaders to create an environment that is conducive to trade and investment. We wish to partner with any nation of the world on a basis of win-win, but let us not kid ourselves. Trade and investment will not come to Africa merely because we wish it. We must undertake the hard but necessary reforms to make Africa an attractive destination for investment. And that is why we must silence the guns and stop the fighting. That is why we must reform our economies and make them more stable and predictable. And it is why we must reform our governance and make public service accountable and free of corruption. We thank Japan for its unconditional support for African development. But as we've emphasized here in Yokohama, we must move from handouts to leveraging our partnerships with countries like Japan to co-create prosperity for all stakeholders. We can combine Japan's technology and innovation with Africa's natural resources and youthful, skilled human resource to create growth and prosperity for all. TICAD 9 must mark the pivot where Africa changes the narrative and puts its house in order to earn a place at the global table. I thank you, Co-Chair Kishida.
Now, John Dramani Mama Rieno Kasi and Say, and number some more kind, even though one much as I say 50-50, still a strong businessman Our CEO and founder of the Gas Limited. Or say, Papa, the Okayan as Eddie do. And for that reason, maybe spending $100 million US. I be investing our AI powered agriculture hub. Now say na John the money man or the two or no one X and as Twitter official page na. Hey, cafe na nka ebe hu say o man pani Twitter na nka obi afiri mu amanfo fro so. Na nye ye rehye ne condolences se Ghana for rehye no. Na entire policies are yet to say. And yet John the money man nko the finance minister does the same thing, the foreign Affairs Minister does the same thing. The Minister of Communication does the same thing. The Minister of Health, Health Minister so the same thing. Minister of Education and same terms of posted yet. John Mahama Sima trade in the Ghana has secured a major boost for our agricultural transformation. I met with Doga Makura, CEO and founder of Degas Limited, who announced an $100 million investment over the next 4 years to help establish Ghana as Africa's first TNA, Ghana as Africa's first AI-powered agriculture hub. Degas has already financed more than 86,000 smallholder farmers across 122,000 acres, doubling incomes with a 95% repayment rate. With AI-driven satellite monitoring and precision agriculture, we will strengthen value chains from imports to markets, improve food security, and create more jobs for our youth. This is a strong vote of confidence in Ghana's vision for integrated technology-enabled agriculture, and we are ready to deliver. Hashtag Feed Ghana, hashtag Resetting Ghana. John Dramani Mahama, who call the X, the official Twitter page now. I know the better said, Ampa. Nesempa, how they come the Asia continent, no, when you're an investor already. On your mayo, when you do Ghana, a whole now that's what I know. Just a kikino. I'm a CEO of the Gas Limited. I said, Obama Ghana, I be the first AI powered agriculture hub. O say, yay, Ampa, Jimmy, Meshebukina. Say, see, me, Kasekurano, yeah, and you would say, Haya, not day. Oma was a John Dramani Mama, 10 year pet. So, oh, your man, Penny, now you say, Maya, Yaniaje, you want or Yania so. And the fact is, said John Dramani Mama can say a 50-50 win-win. And Mama, you want to say, Baby, Power Ghana, and we are watching home for so now. You gain, Ghana gain. You win, Ghana win. Nobody loses. We need president Tayepe and control your bed right. And for my mom for Falan, this can go bottom. Magana Ninya Ghana no so for so. And so far, some commanders here never called there anywhere there. Now, yeah, you know, John Dramani Mahama echo share the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Na papa no catch and say, Nyankopon say nka no kre, ne mra obepie mu Guinea. Na ono nam Guinea kakra na be fa Ghana over 30 years ago. And Ojitu mu say no, Ghana is a fundamental pillar in building not just West Africa, but Africa continent as a whole. Also Ojitu mu say Nigeria for from one African giant wo numbers ne kwa. But every single opportunity, per the way Ghana for you vibrant, very vocal, very loud and opinionated. The way Ghana, you a visionary leader like Kwame Nkrumah, I will lead Ghana. The way Benya, President Kofi Annan, I'm going to lead the UN. Ghana in 2040 yenya, any kwanye first present here who present your case. And the way Ghana, is situated in a very advantage area. No, Ojitu me say John Dramani Mahama, ne Ghana no. So where's you in say Africa. Said the Kwame Nkrumah vision. They say you better master Africa. Ni na Ghana still holds that same power and that right. The John Dramani Mahama on to us. Umweli mapa.
Where's the second general seat? Yeah. This one? Yes, it's the first one.
Wonderful to see you.
I understand your financial shadow. Yeah, there's an ambassador. And then I find thank you.
Well, Mr. President, once again, congratulations. And I have to say that since my time in government, and that was 30 years ago, and we have close relations with ECOWAS because of the Guinea-Bissau problems, and there was a very good cooperation between the community of Portuguese-speaking countries and ECOWAS. And since that time, I've always considered Ghana a fundamental pillar in the construction not only of West Africa but of the African continent.
Wey any aprobo John Dramani Mahama oguso obo e wo Japan, Singapore, the Asian continent. It is na onye hu asem da ni na ni na mabrobro so atere wono nti John Mahama obeba fie do na billions of dollars in the chi eba na investors, hundreds of investors in the chi eba. Now obi anim say the Asian continent in recent times open one of the fastest developing continents in the planet Earth is here in the Asian continent. The Saudis have rise, the Qatarians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Singapores, the Malaysians, and the businesses are booming very well. And one thing I'm on for Takapa, the president Edema Rwanda about so and say Paul Kagame. Almost so Europe, na Europe year rough for pay, no America. Or America, na America year rough for pay, pam, no Asia. And for that reason, currently, almost every African country goes to Rwanda as a tourist area. Rwanda population is Rwanda name of produce is. But because of how our Paul Kagame or diversify the trade and the bilateral relationship with other continents in the air. Oba Montana terms and conditions favor na pam or quite different continents. So John Dramani Mahama who say, look, using this just the Americans and the Europeans and more Asia. And then Asia all preaching to the Asians how Ghana, yet one country as some invest or many profits back. At the same way, was the one and I'm in advance, more money on so take advantage of Ghana. So over Ghana and make sure say business obey your Ghana, but at the same time, Ghana must also benefit what gives fit. Say Ghana so benefited. Na papa we pass and kawansa mabio pa nka ye be day enka ye be day sanka John Mahama sama nka ye be day hey na politicians mi kan kuresa enti na moment ma ye we na na monye ana say no legacy of experience enti ba go bedi na wa huso a the next time no kusunya de wi obetima ba. But that same experience in your two man and Adwa, Ghana for so regret you. You see, you among for say, as your mother is your mood to make John Dramani Mama, the see Ghana pet. They catch us John Dramani Mama, Upu, Tete, Novako. Tete, when they your mama says, see, I'm about to ask a partner 4 years now, and yeah, what light a lie. You never for so overcall. Don't forget the constitution because that constitution, any democracy, boy, constitution in democracy, you know, they help us. And he said, John Dramani Mama saying over to us never boy. Chamai. Yeah, mounts you. And your food don't conquer you. So no, we are or a type of enough. Yeah, mount go. Because we don't know. Say, who finish you name the oba, you name the also with my baby. Even though you end this administration by and yepe John Mahama and any other people and yepe again in yepe or no as a leader, any the next person we don't know. It can be the same. The person can be better or can be worse. Now we are enjoying someone who is doing something that we love, we want. Hey, and the constitution is my papa. He said, I say I know to us. No, we see no kwa. Ha, Debbie 2028. A year will do her. Say saying that John Mahama bet to us. Now investors he bet maba. Now 24-hour economy true. A best started. Now, Sikaya almost as any agriculture, we AI powered agriculture hub, and Panyampe started. Now, other investors, no business has started. Now, Ghanaian people will start getting employment, start getting some good wages. The last time I know, we can as Ghana, amount for over 70%. Salary on much 3,000 below. In the now, you will see the 2,500 work in the same was as a planning 001. Because I heard that you're better chamber hall or then feeding and qualabum or yes, service to be 001. And so shall say, only area and many would know. It is a many amount for the Urana Chinese in India for ya. 700, 500 Ghana. Obi a amount from Monday to Sunday. No amount of 700 Ghana. Transportation cry. Oh, I cry. Nasa. It is a way na. Ye young businessmen are omitting Ghana. Now you to know different options. Now, other companies will know say, me try 500 Ghana, will be 3,000. Me 3,000 will be 3,005. Me 3,000 will be 3,000. Then we will start knowing the competitions. And when there's an abundance of business, now your abundance of food, Ghana, obi ebe di kopete. Se unya kakra na osika no, enso kura amoroso. Na aduane boy efo a, se uje 1,000 kura na ho beto. En quantity na amfo na teachers for salary na 500, 700, 800 do. Ansa na single span e ba mu ye poje. But then teacher for 3,700 to 5,000. Eno kura no enso omo ntimi rent. Omo ntimi mfidi omo ma, omo ntimi hwe omo school mu. All because ubewie no, o je 10,000, but doctors omo je 10,000 e ho 11,000, 15,000. Omo su adan ya. Ubewie no rent bo, fuel bo, car bo, untimi ntwea. But imagine say yanya investors are mobile or assembly cars and also makers for workers. Imagine say yanya agriculture near business, big businesses. Now aduane so say bu mani mu. Enti afi ko to mo bag na 20 Ghana na o get 1,000 Ghana. Bizame ebe how? And how? So all that we need is investors so megura. But the very important one is the draw money Mahama kind. So how win-win? Say investors investors have been coming to Ghana every year. But the bottom line is, one in favor, just the government, not the people. And that government, the political class now, in power at that moment. Even though government is supposed to be for the people, of the people, and with the people, yeni nana kaya government, Oboa, Sangrophobia, or cats no back door new year. Ya carry now come kwa ye. Ye be assembly Toyota cars wa buza. Nipa don't say to Toyota car mono. Still, a class then cars in the free butcher. Still, near class then cast a free but pennyphobia did good. So if it's a way now, because how many people near 4 more Toyota car are near some, how many people are Ghana near farm? Near from Ghana near Chobacasay. So John Mahama, or president, my president, a president, or say a win-win. Until we no competition. And man may want to say about smart Ghana, and Ghana is not ready to smart you. Kai say was what abolish it. Sir, a friend is saying capital, minimum capital amount. We a foreigner, no be investor Ghana. And so unyano. And also small business watch I see so say, your mama is our way. Because I say, Obi between the Scafia be ura Ghana. I will start investment. Na Scafia or the body, necessary. I hear production here. I catch you now. And then say one macranke. And I know about competing with the retailers for business here. Because the amount of papa be in US in the pandemic there. And Obi be but I'm not for but. According to the communique, every presidency, there are some that are willing to come to Ghana, but due to the business and the amount of money, you did two almost say at the minimum wage in Indino, at the minimum capital amount in Indino. I scale them off. Meanwhile, we need all sort of investors. So investors need those one. Then there will be more options, and when there's more options, there will be more jobs. There will be more products that we can export to other countries. Make more profits in Ghana here and ease the burden of Ghanaians. For me, a laudable. It makes sense. When the make maniaje, who when yadiana for to comment section as John the money Mahama or say a win-win, even those investors in Ghana, but a win-win. Was secure $100 million US. Our the baby share agriculture first African country, Albania AI powered agriculture hub. Kasi hey, hallelujah. For the comment section, I say for me, who you are subscribing, like it, let's say, and turn notification button on. Naked truths, our Oldboga trends. Edino Maxi, Billian, Macro, bye bye.